Hey guys, Tony here. Stay tuned because we're about to check out the August box from the National Anglers Association. I'm going to show you what's inside, how to rig it. Come on. All right, let's get right to it. National Anglers Association sticker. And for the month of August, the NAA is using a company called Bog Baits. They make really realistic frogs and soft plastics. So let's see what they got. First up, we have a pack of 3 Bog Bait kicker frogs and a watermelon color and green pumpkin. They're thick on the front end, which means they kind of pop to the surface quicker. That's gonna last you a lot longer than a traditional. Let's compare this to a Stanley ribbit frog. I love the Stanley ribbit frogs, but I do tear through them right here on the tip a lot. So that thicker body on the front end not only helps it to come to the surface, but it's also gonna keep the lure lasting a lot longer. Next pack, we got some Bog Baits Black Racer rattlesnakes. These retail for $6.99 a pack. They have rattles in the tail. I've actually never fished with a snake bait, so I am going to show you guys how I would rig this. And our third lure also retails at $6.99. This is a kicker frog on a buzzbait type contraction with this just looks like an offset hook. Let me show you how I'd rig these up. All right guys, we're going to start off with rigging the kicker frog. Now typically for soft plastic topwater buzz frogs, I like to use the Stanley ribbit double hooks. You don't have to use these, but it will increase your hookup ratio. Plus you can get them, see it's keel weighted, so it can get you a little extra casting distance. Has a little screw lock on the front. I believe this is a 4/0. You might want to go a little bit smaller for the Bog Baits kicker frogs, but it does still work. Let me show you real quick. Stick the screw lock in the nose of the frog. You got a lot of plastic here on the end of this frog, so it should get you a few fish. Pass them up through the bottom. I use these on all the soft plastic buzz frogs just because, again, I can get a little further casting distance and my hookup ratio seems to be a lot better. And with the weight on the keel of the hook, it always seems to keep the frog right side up, especially when you're throwing in thick cover. If you don't have the Stanley ribbit frog, you can use just a plain extra wide gap offset hook. This is a 3/0 Superline. You want to use Superline hooks because you're going to be throwing these frogs on braid. You don't want that hook to bend out if you get a big fish, and you need to be able to winch them out of the cover. Just down the nose, out of the bottom, pull it down, rotate it, just like your standard Texas rig. And there you have it. And the kicker frog has this nice little recessed channel to keep it weedless, snag proof. But you got this thin back area, so when you do get a fish, you're gonna have plenty of that hook exposed to land that fish. So that's how to rig the kicker frog. I'll show you a setup that I would throw this on. This is a 7'4" Denny Brower Ardent series rod. It's a frog series rod, 7'4", medium heavy, on a Daiwa Laguna 7:1-to-1 gear ratio, and I have 50-pound braid matched up on that reel. So a high-speed reel to be able to winch that fish out of the cover. You know, braid 50 pounds should get you. A long rod, 7'4", a frogging rod to help, you know, get some leverage when you do set the hook on that fish. Okay, I gotta say I love the look of that frog. That is one realistic looking frog. And this is the kicker frog on a buzz bait. And it's interesting that this buzz bait, it's in two sections. I guess if you're in cover, that helps for these blades to run into each other to make more of a clacking noise. I'm not sure. I've never actually used a bait that had that style buzzer, but it's ready to go right out of the box. All you have to do is tie on your line here. It has the built-in swivel. It already has the hook, offset hook, and that's good to go. So this kind of takes on the concept, you know, a lot of people use a standard buzz bait, but they'll put a ribbit frog on the back of it instead of the you know, traditional skirt and swim bait trailer. They'll take all that off and they'll put a ribbit frog on there. But this is kind of more streamlined. Eager to use this and see what it does. Pretty cool lure. But again, this would be a lure that I would throw on the same setup, 50-pound line, frog rod, something with a lot of power and backbone to get those big ones out. All right, and last but not least, the Black Racer rattlesnakes. Now they had more snakes on their website. I wish I could have got one of the other ones, just because of the fact that they look just like Texas water snakes. I mean, it was unreal. And right here where I fish all the time, I see snakes all the time that look just like that. And it'd be pretty cool to catch a bass on one. But this black would be awesome too, especially I bet at night. And pretty unique, has a rattle in the tail. And you could use this, you could Texas rig this with another superline hook. Don't have to use superline, you could go more finesse, but you would just nose hook it like that, come down, go through the body, and then just barely skin hook it like that. So there you go. That's a pretty cool lure. And I would assume it has a slow sinking action. It may float, I don't know. I've never thrown this lure before. And like I said, I've never thrown a snake style bait before, but I'm gonna tie these up. Let's go see what they look like on the water. Alright guys, that wraps up this month's National Anglers Association lure box. Hope you enjoyed watching. You guys stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully I'll get a chance to take these bad boys out and actually fish with them and catch some fish for you guys. And you guys stay tuned because I will be giving this box of lures away in the future. So you guys make sure to subscribe. Don't miss out on the upcoming episodes. If you guys want to check out the National Anglers Association, go over to their website, get you some lures, good old American companies. You're keeping your money in the US and you're getting some homemade custom lures. If you decide you want to purchase, don't forget to use code word venture, save you 25% off your first box. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. It's hot. I'm going home. See you on the next episode. Come on.